Unreal. Getting spicy up here. Ugh. Good morning at the base of Mount Royal Trailhead. I'm here with my brother Craig. Today we're going to be doing or attempting the 10-mile traverse, or at least part of it. Weather dependent. Rain clouds rolling in at about noon, so maybe we will stop at peak 1, peak 2, something like that. There's about 12 mountains all the way across, starting with Mount Royal, Mount Victoria, and then peak 1 all the way to peak 10. And if we make it that far, we'll be going down to Breckenridge and catch the free shuttle and head back. So I'm in good company here. Craig is a former Ironman athlete. He's an absolute beast. What's that peak you did? Lookout Mountain in Golden, 22 times on his bike. That's the height of Mount Everest. That was for a fundraiser. So with that said, you can see I'm basically going to be dictating, I guess, how far we go, because it's more than likely you can easily do this trail, probably there and back. So. I've been pretty queasy, not feeling great. Starting to feel a little better now. And we're gonna take a little detour over to Mount Royal and then head up Victoria Peak. All right, so we're going up this old trail. It's an old mining trail, so there's no switchbacks. Just go straight up. We've gained 1,000 feet in the past half hour. I'm panting like a wounded wildebeest. I don't hear Craig breathing at all, so. I couldn't imagine carrying minecart, mining equipment up here. Those guys are crazy back in the 1900s or whatever, 1800s.
It's not the summit yet.
Oh, we're over there. Good like a blind. First one down. Pretty epic, awesome up here, and it's got time to get going though, next peak. All right, so we're heading up Victoria Peak, which you can't see, it's actually past that big one there. That one's not even a peak. So we're already at the same elevation gain as Mount Snicktow in an hour and 15 minutes. That gives you any indication how steep this is. So we've come across an old, I'm guessing this is a miner's cabin. It's seen better days. Unbelievable people lived and worked up here. It is such a straight up grueling trail, as you can see. I'm dripping with sweat. Gets your heart going, that's for sure. So Victoria Peak is probably about another half the height what we just did. And first peak is huge, it towers up. It's probably double the height of Mount Royal. So you see it from far. My brother's never been up there, up that far. He's been up to Victoria, so recon mission for him too, to see what peak 1 looks like, peak 2, peak 3, all the dangerous, more climbing stuff is between peak 1 and 4. And from there it's just tundra if we get that far, so we'll see. Film each other. So we're like halfway up. Peak 1 is Buffalo Mountain over there. This is so steep. So just popped out of the woods here. Got a clear view. I'm hoping it's peak 1. It's still way up there though. There she be. As expected, I'm struggling to keep up with Craig. Still making good time up here. That is a monster.
Another 1,000 feet to peak 1. Piece of cake.
After breaking out of the forest, this trail turns into one mostly made of rock. While steep, up until Victoria Peak, this was a simple Class 2 hike.
So we made it to the Starbucks. There it is. Get a latte. So Victoria Peak is just straight ahead, a little bit through. You can just barely see it there through the...
After Victoria Peak, it becomes much more technical and difficult. It was at this point in the hike when I started to get nervous, as we didn't know what loomed above us.
Weather forecast says we got 2 hours before thunderstorms. That's more than enough time to get up to peak 1 and hopefully bag peak 2. And then there's a bail point at peak 2, or you can retrace our steps, or we can go into peak 5 and then bail from there and go down. Victoria Peak, pretty awesome. Heading up to peak 1 now. It's quite a trek up there.
Just a little ways to go still.
It's quite spicy. Our trail goes right up the ridge to the right and then up on top of peak 1.
This is the moment we stepped into the next level of hiking, as while still Class 2, the trail now offered significant exposure on both sides.
This is the approach to peak 1. Final push for the summit. Another 600 or 700 feet to go. Gets a little scrambly here. Not sure what's upcoming, but I assume the views on the top will be well worth the trip.
So this trail has turned from Class 2 to Class 3. A little bit of Class 3, very steep, but oh wow, this is unreal. This turned out to be quite the fall summit, a real nasty fall summit. Getting spicy up here. That's the actual summit up there. Wow. So somehow people get up here. We're just checking it out. Steep little scramble up, I think, on the left.
We really didn't know if this spot was going to turn into a spicy rock climbing route. I'm feeling a lot of nerves in this moment. What I didn't realize is Craig has almost no fear of heights. I was bursting at the seams with curiosity, knowing what the trail looks like on the inner bow of this peak. Turning the corner, we got our first look at it.
Steep, but there's a trail here. Little Pika. That's what Pikachu is named after. Yeah. Holy crap, look at this. Hope you ate your Wheaties this morning. Oh, we're close, we're close. Oh, that's a... Oh, shoot. Yeah, that looks better. So I'll read straight up. Just 1 foot. There we go. Push. Line and push. And we can switch back with them. There's... Oh, look. And we can go left or right. Okay, so we're on top of this big rock thing now. Okay, final summit push up to top block here. This is insane up here. Watch my Broken Group series. I did a hike with my brother Rob. This one's with my brother Craig. And hi Sam, sister Sam. I haven't done one with her yet, but I'm sure this is not one she'd like to do. She's pretty terrified of heights. Is that fair to say? Sit. Peak one. There we go, peak one, baby. Yeah, that's good stuff. There we go, peak one. So you look across, peak two, and then probably 3, 4, and then down there is 5, 6, 7, 8. Unfortunately, we've got this dark cloud up here.
Never have I stood on a peak with such grandeur. We were nothing more than a single speck on this massive rock towering above the forest below. After only a couple of minutes on the summit, we knew it was time to move as a thundercloud was coming in at 2 o'clock. The last place you want to be in a thunderstorm is on one of these peaks.
So the route goes down here. A bunch of the reviews saying that it was peak 2, peak 3 are the hard ones. So considering this peak 1 actually had, you know, a pretty decent scramble, you know, really made you think. You had no mistakes, so I don't know what's in store for us here. So far 3,700 feet of climbing over 7 kilometers. Or was that 4 3/4 of a mile? So the plan is we're gonna go check this out and see if this is doable for us, spiciness level wise. We're up at 12,000 something right now, and just really have to take your time and careful steps when you're at this elevation. Craig is already way up there. I think he's checking out those big dragon humps or whatever they are, camel humps. Oh, look at that. It's pretty slow going.
Up on this ridge is mostly class 2 with a few class 3 moves, or using the assistance of your hands. The main thing to note is the extreme exposure on both sides. While not a vertical drop like Angel's Landing, if you did trip and roll, you'd start tomahawking. You'd basically turn yourself into a bowl of jambalaya by the time you hit the bottom.
Whoa. Ooh. This is a little spicy. A little bit spicier. Wow, you can actually go all the way down there. Whoa, slipping. Okay, I should be able to rip around up. Yeah, he's like a mountain goat. Where'd he go? That's a little spicy.
Unfortunately, I don't know how much easier it's gonna get up there.
This is no joke out here.
Looks like we're probably on the ridge line the whole way up to the top of Peak 2.
So it's just starting to rain now. A few raindrops here. We're gonna just go up to this little U-shape and assess it. My nerves are a lot more cooked than his. I think he's totally game to go right up that ridge, but I don't think I'm, I don't know, I need to get a little closer look at it. Wow. This is a spicy mountain, man. It's raining.
Now, despite the route Craig took looking gnarly up on that ridge, it was in fact, I think, the better route to go. And see, this is where I deviated and tried to go down underneath it and around, and then I got stuck too low and it was just too steep to climb back up.
One I'm standing on is completely loose. Oh man. Ugh. Ouch. Oh, that hurt. That hurt bad.
What you didn't see is I stepped on a rock that flipped over and I lost my balance. I smashed my hand down with tiger grip to prevent myself from falling. Unfortunately, I crushed my thumb badly and had a small cut, which made it difficult to grab anything with my right hand.
Get your thumb. Let's go. What's up? At this point, I don't even see a trail anymore. It's just, I'm just in rocks. Something that's stable. Okay, so Craig decided to go summit Peak 2. I couldn't do it. I fell back there and my mind's all messed up. So I'm gonna get over here and then just kind of slide down this stuff. Let's just slide across to this guy and then get to that big one there. There's no one below me. Oh, I just pushed there. There we go.
At this point, I was too far down in the bowl under the rocky ridge, making it too dangerous to climb back up. I'd have to backtrack all the way and then get on the ridge where he went and then catch up with him. But there wouldn't be time as the thunderstorm was rolling in. The only option was to make a risky descent in this bowl, one that doesn't have a trail going down. The bail point is in the next bowl. With the threat of lightning coming and I've lost my confidence, I needed to head down immediately, while Craig went up and bagged the peak.
Rock, sit, slide, rock, sit, slide. Try to put the drone up and see if we can get him up there.
All right, here's the summit of Peak 2, also known as 10 Mile Peak. A little bit of scrambling to get up here. Not for the faint of heart. I think though, if we look off to the north there, towards Peak 10, but you see here Peak 3, Peak 4 gets really scrambly to head that way. So Probably turn around, head back. Clouds are starting to build a little bit. Probably better to exercise some discretion here.
Finding a single large rock I could brace myself on, I took flight with my drone for one of the riskiest drone flights I've ever done in my life.
So it turns out I should have stayed higher up, but you got to do that like kind of sketchy scramble across the top that Craig did. I went down lower, and then I got into the scrambly steep slope, and it's like barbaric trying to go across there and to get up. I'm okay with it though. After 3,000 feet of climbing, my nerves are just like at a low. Like I just can't endure the more risky scrambly stuff. But Craig is he's just coming down here. He went up there, came down, no problem. It's starting to rain here, so I should probably start heading down a little quicker here. Starting to turn to hail. I'm finding that this is just too dangerous to get too much speed going down it. So if I go down this, now that it's a little wet, I can crab walk down it, and I'm just getting down it quicker. I just don't know, there's a drop there, I'm not sure.
The fisheye lens of my action camera actually warps the bowl, making it almost look flat. When in reality, you can see the slope in this clip, how steep this actually is.
It's pretty sticky over here. Because I find this scree stuff is really nasty right now, but this, because it just rained, it's just really gummy and sticky on this grassy stuff. So I don't know if is there a drop right there, or do we have to go this way? It's hail.
I won't lie, I was sweating buckets crossing this grassy patch. One slip and I'd likely be dead on the bottom.
I can see a clear line down here, it looks good. Craig's already ahead of me here, he's just so fast. This hurts because my hand's got a cut on it. So. Oh, here comes the hail, full steam. Not sure, he went on the other side. This side looks good, I can get down here. Step at a time. That's one of the most demanding scrambles I've ever done. Whew. I slipped there and I just took a chunk out of my thumb, and now it really hurts to grab stuff, so I'm like really slow moving down here. We're gonna head into the Colorado Trail, I think it's called, and just connect up with that. It's already at the bottom. So weather's holding for the moment, but look at all these big black clouds. Some fun in the snow here. So back to relative safety now. I don't recommend this route. Look at this. So went up, or came down from there all the way down there through that chute, and that's steep. Alright, it's time to get out of here because there's big black clouds everywhere. Oh, that's good. That's not as steep as the stuff back there. We got old mine here. And we also got some thunderclouds starting to gurgle. Gotta get out of here quick. Down here. Lots of poop up here. There's, I don't know what it is, elk, bear, something. Wow, there's some metal here. Mining stuff. So there's been a few strikes of lightning. We're just getting into the trail here, or into the woods. We're trying to connect up to the Colorado Trail, which is up on a ridge over there. And either we go over where we're at now and try to climb up over, or further down and climb up through the woods, bushwhack.
It's really wet right there.
No. At least we're in the tree line.
Yeah. We're in the worst of it right now. The yellow.
Yeah. Do you want to just hang here for 10 minutes, or what do you want to do?
Maybe, yeah.
That's scary.
With the rain being absolutely relentless, I suggested we wait 10 minutes and then make a mad dash for the trail through the woods when we had a small break between the clouds. We opted to gain a very steep, wet and grassy forest wall. It was the only thing between us and the Colorado Trail on the other side.
So we just climbed down this extremely steep forest wall. The Colorado Trail should be down here, pretty close. We can follow that out. So we got onto the Continental Divide Trail and / Colorado Trail. Just heading out now. Weather's still crappy, but pretty fun day. So the rain has finally stopped, and you can see behind us here, that is what we just went up. Well, he went up both. I went up one and a half. So we got out of the thunderstorm. Now there's peak 1 and 2 getting eaten up by the clouds. Wouldn't be a good day without some bushwhacking and a thunderstorm to go with it. So we had rain, hail. It's a perfect day out in the mountains.
Following the trail out, we wrapped up at almost 12 miles and 4,294 feet of climbing. While we didn't complete the goal of doing the entire 10-mile traverse, which Craig ended up doing a few weeks later with one of his ultra-running buddies, we had exactly what I set out for, an adventure with a great story. There's nothing better than looking back on great memories in the mountains.
All right, so we just got back to the trailhead here. 8 hours, fantastic. The scrambling up there is a little spicy, a little bit more than a little bit spicy. And hopefully enjoy this episode. Be sure to subscribe. If you want to support me, you can share my videos on Facebook, or you can support me directly on Patreon at patreon.com/DavidHiking. And until next one, have a great day. Yeah, look at these things. I don't know if these can be fixed.